Yo fam, what's up? This is Winston Anderson, brother to some, cousin to others, uncle to some. Alright, this is my first attempt at trying to send out a video. I have a lot of things in store that I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to start a Instagram page. I'm going to try to start a YouTube video thing. But most of all, I got a blog talk radio that I'm getting ready to try to do. All my family and friends, when I get my blog talk up, I'm hoping that you all will check it out. I'm sending out this video. This is my first attempt at ever trying anything like this. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right. So if it doesn't go out, fine. If it does, I just want to say this, man. I feel compelled to make this video right now because I just got through watching a basketball game, man, with the Washington Wizards and the Celtics. And it was a fantastic game, man. Don't get me wrong. It was a great game, beautifully played by both teams. But, and this is a funny analogy. I like to make analogies of things, okay? And in the first half, John Wall was doing his thing, all right? He made his team get a big lead on Boston. I thought Washington was going to win the game for sure. And it was almost like, you know, Boston just wouldn't give up. They kept coming back. They kept doing things to get back in the game. So it's like, this is my analogy of the game. It was like in the first half and going into the third quarter, almost to the fourth quarter, it was like John Wall was doing his thing. John Wall was like, what's that guy name in The Last Dragon? He was like, when I say who's the master, you say John Wall is sure enough the master. And the Celtics was looking like, what? We trying? What? They're shaking their head. They was underwater. Just like that dude in The Last Dragon was underwater. And it's like John Wall said, I'm going to tell you once again, I got the glow. Now when I ask you again, who's the master? You say, sure enough, John Wall is the master. And the Celtics just started. It's like fourth quarter came. And that young boy, what's his name? The one whose sister died. Man, my memory is terrible. You know who I'm talking about. Isaiah Thomas. That boy, Isaiah Thomas, it was like all of a sudden, he started feeling the glow. Fourth quarter and overtime. He started feeling the glow. And when John Wall said, when I ask you one more time, who's the master? He looked at John Wall and he said, I am the master. He took over that basketball game single-handedly. What, he scored something like 53 points? I mean, it's amazing what this young man did. And I just felt I need to just say the little bit that I say, you know, because I want y'all to know how I felt about that game. I thought they was done, you know. I thought the Celtics was done. And I'm not even a Celtics fan. But you got to feel for that young boy, Isaiah Thomas. At the end of the game, he said, I did this for my sister. And today's my sister's birthday. God bless you, Isaiah Thomas. Good job. Man, I wish this video would go viral. Because everybody needs to know when you have a family member and you love them and they pass away from this world to the next, you just got to know that they're not gone. They just in transition. And so he said, I know she's still with me. I know she's watching me. I know she's up in heaven. And I did this for her. And I just want to say, you know, fam, when you do something as to the Lord, God will give you the victory. Okay? He did that for his sister as he was doing it for the Lord. And he got the victory. And you can get the victory too. So I just had to say that. I'm just doing this just to be funny. If y'all found it funny, fine. If you didn't, if you just want to, well, what's this old dude talking about? He need to shut up. That's fine too. I don't care. I just, like I said, I'm getting ready to do, on the serious joint, I'm getting ready to start a blog talk radio show. All right. I'm going to talk about sports because that's my thing. I'm a Lakers fan, diehard Lakers fan. But right now, my adopted team is the Golden State Warriors. I have adopted them until my Lakers are a good team once again. So my adopted team is the Golden State Warriors. They put on a show tonight, too. They just went out there and did their thing. I mean, we ain't worried about who we playing now. We're getting ready for Cleveland, you know. Cleveland, we ready to meet you in the finals. Yes, we are ready. And it will be a game this time. And let me just say this. I just want to end by saying this. Cleveland, y'all won last year, and it was good for the NBA that y'all won. But I'm the kind of guy that when I watch basketball, I notice the inner workings, the underneath things of the basketball world that a lot of other people don't see. Cleveland was defeated. Golden State had them down 3-1. And it was over. Until Draymond Green, at one point in the game in the third quarter of, I think it was game 4 or game 5, I don't remember which one it was, he challenged LeBron James' manhood. He called him out and called him a name that, you know, is reserved for a kitty cat. And LeBron James took exception to it. And LeBron James went off and started playing bully ball on them cats, man. And he went back to playing bully ball like he did when he was with Miami. He just told everybody on his team, said, hey, y'all jump on my back. We all going to play bully ball. And they ended up winning the title. And then that last game, when everybody thought Steph Curry was going to come through at the end and win the game for him, a lot of people didn't see what happened, but I did. Let me show you how much I know about basketball. If you ever find a way to find the tape and rewatch that game, what you will see is in the second half of that game, the first half of that game, it was all right. It was a pretty good game. Second half of that game, when it was time for Steph Curry to step up to the plate and do his thing, I mean, people claim, oh, he was injured and all this stuff. That wasn't it. No, wasn't it. I'm going to tell you what it was. In basketball, they have a play where to get Steph Curry open, they run him off of a double screen. Draymond Green will set a pick on his man to slow him down. And when that man gets around that pick, then KD will step up and set another screen. So now he got set by a double screen. So his man had to go through 2 screens to get to him. And by the time his man gets to him, it's too late. 3-pointers on the wing. So Cleveland took a page out of that book and switched it. They switched it on them. Except they added one little ingredient. They have another play in basketball called the hard screen. When a small guy like Steph Curry will run smack dab into a power forward's shoulder. He'll step up, set a solid screen, throw his shoulder, bam, right into his head. Shoulder. Anything he could just get. Just blam, solid screen. I mean, one of them blind screens where you never saw the man coming. And they was knocking this guy silly in the fourth quarter. They set him up one time. And what they kept doing the same thing. It was like, it's everybody on this team against Steph Curry. So we're not going to let anybody else on this team, if they beat us, that's fine. We're not going to let Steph Curry go off in the fourth quarter and beat us. There was one play, I'm serious. Watch the tape, man. They sent Steph Curry off of 3 hard screens. Blam, 1. Blam, 2. Blam, 3 hard screens. And by the time he got to the 3-point line and was ready to guard somebody who was, I don't remember whether it was LeBron or one of those guys that was bigger than him, you could look in his face and see they had knocked this dude silly, man. He didn't know up from down. And normally Steph Curry is the one who, when he runs your man off 2 or 3 screens, he does his little dance. He got you spinning around in circles. You don't know which way you're going. You end up on the floor. He ends up making a layup, or he ends up shooting a 3-pointer from half court. But this guy, they had ran him through so many high screens that it was like they took turns. They ran him off the higher screens and set him up with LeBron James. He couldn't guard LeBron James one-on-one. LeBron James took him to school. Then they set him up on 2 or 3 higher screens, and they set him up with, what's the guy named? Kyrie Irving. He was too tired. They tired him out. He was so tired from hitting them hard screens that Kyrie Irving took him to school. Then they set up on the next play, 2 or 3 hard screens. Blam, blam. Next thing you know, he's out there with, what's this other cat named to shoot the 3-pointers? Iman Shumpert took him to school. They kept setting him up so that he would be one-on-one with whoever had the ball. Look at the tape, man. Look at the tape. Whoever was the coach of that team on that day, whether listen to what I'm saying now, whether the coach whether the coach that came up with the scheme was Tyronn Lue, or whether the coach that came up with the scheme was LeBron James. Did you hear what I said? Whether the coach was LeBron James, okay? Whichever person was the coach of that team who came up with that concept, the evidence of that concept was when Steph Curry got under the basket where he normally makes a move to, he was so tired he didn't even know what he was so tired and knocked around that when he tried to make a layup, LeBron James just smacked it out of there like a Nerf hoop. Remember that play? Smacked it out of there like a Nerf hoop. Like, you call yourself the MVP. LeBron James was jealous. You call yourself the very first unanimous MVP of the league? When that should have been me. LeBron James, the best player on the planet, as Stephen A. Smith saw also, and all these other cats said, he's the best player on the planet, says Shaq. Yeah, LeBron James, he the best player on the planet. That's Charles Barkley. You know, LeBron James is the best. Come on, man. I've never been a LeBron James fan. Don't get me wrong. The man can flat out play basketball. And there's a case to be made for him being the best player on the planet. But Steph Curry had the best year. And he deserved unanimous MVP at that time. But that not only did that make a little jealousy rise up in LeBron James, but that also made added fuel that he was on. The fuel was all over him. He was soaking with gasoline because of that. And then when Draymond Green challenged his manhood, called him out of his name, called him a word that's reserved for a little kitten. When he did that, he woke something up in LeBron James. Yeah, he did. If he had never done that, because you remember in the very first series before that, he was kicking, what's my man name, kicking Steven Adams in the nuts 2 or 3 times. Kicking Steven Adams in the nuts until Steven Adams caught him with that MMA move and almost choked him to death and slammed him to the ground, blam. And he was laying on the ground, writhing in pain like, oh. He ain't even know who he was. He didn't even know who he was. So Steven Adams got him back. Okay, when that was when Oklahoma City. I think his name is Steven Adams. I don't know. And anyhow, y'all saw that play. Look at the tapes. He kicked Steven Adams and then oh, my leg just goes up like that. Steven Adams caught him one time under the basket. It's like, oh, I got this dude now. Going up for a basket. Going up for a rebound. Steven Adams caught him around the neck accidentally with an MMA move and just, oh, they both went up in the air and kablam. That was Draymond Green. Draymond Green was on the ground like, oh. Draymond Green didn't learn his lesson. That was a hard lesson. Draymond Green didn't learn his lesson. He should have. Because Draymond Green was responsible for Golden State Warriors losing the championship last year. Draymond Green was responsible for them losing the championship because he never should have challenged LeBron's manhood. They were winning the game. They were outplaying them. They were doing everything right. Steve Kerr had a marvelous game plan. He was out coaching Tyronn Lue. And then when that happened, from that point on, if you watch the tapes of the games, from that point on, LeBron James was coaching the team. And LeBron James said, we're going to do this just like we used to do when I was winning championships with Miami. Except you, what's his name? The guard for Cleveland. I don't know. I'm not good with names. The guard for Cleveland. Anyhow, he said, you're going to take the place of Dwayne Wayne. And everything Dwayne Wayne was doing, we're going to sit back and we're going to watch some tapes of bully ball. And he told his big man, he said, listen, this is what I want you to set. Hard screens. When you set a screen, make sure you set a hard screen. So that when you set that hard screen, you got that guy's attention. And while you have his attention, you roll to the basket. And when you roll to the basket, I guarantee you he's still going to be standing there wondering what just hit him. Right? And this is how it goes. When you set that hard screen and you roll to the basket, right? If they double team me, I'm going to give you the ball. I'm going to throw it up there. You just go get it and slam it. If they switch and the small guy is on me and the big guy is, and your big man is on me and the small guy is on you, I'm still going to give you the ball. Take him to school. But if they don't switch, you just be ready to rebound because I'm taking my man to the hoop. Or I'm going to step out and I'm going to dare him to come out there. And if he don't come out, I'm going to hit him with a three-pointer. LeBron James came up with a beautiful game plan and it worked. Notice, I didn't say Tyronn Lue was a good coach and he came up with, no. LeBron James came up with a beautiful game plan and they won the series. Okay? And that's basketball 101 from Winston Anderson to whoever wants to hear it. And if anybody wants to say anything different or anybody doesn't agree with me, you just remember this one thing. I have always said this, and I will always say this till the day I die. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And that everything that I just said is just my opinion. And there's nothing anyone can do about my opinion. I never stated anything as a fact, did I? Except that if you watch, my facts are, if you watch the tapes, you'll see for yourself. Okay? When LeBron James goes to the bench and Tyronn Lue is trying to draw up a play, and everybody's looking around at the play he's trying to draw up, except LeBron James, who's coaching that team? And that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. If you have any opinions, hit me back, man. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I'm wrong. All right? Go watch the tape. Watch a rewind. And then tell me if I'm wrong. I got mad love for y'all, man. So, somebody, anybody who sees this, hit me back and tell me what you think. All right? God bless you all. Oh, go ahead. God bless you all. And good night. Love you.